How beautiful is life? How wonderful is our life? At this time, it may seem as if life does not have any meaning. But the thing is, what we have to understand, that each time something goes wrong, something good can come out of it. There might be many reasons why we feel down and disappointed at the moment, but we have to keep our hope and our heart free. We have to also relax our mind, body, and soul, because the thing that make us who we are is by expecting the unknown and learning how to cope with things, no matter how small or how large. Many people may be feeling really down and depressed at this moment. But you have to remember that sometimes we need to check ourselves, and we need to check on life itself, how it's going. We can get caught up in our own selfish ways and our ways how we don't care about what's happening to the environment, even to ourselves. When we look at ourselves and we see the things that we do within our community, in our everyday living, and especially a lot of couples, you may not have time for yourself or your family when you're at work. Now is a good time to bond with each other and to tell each other some home truths about life. See, it could have gone in a blink of an eye. So now is the time to be able to trust the person who you're with. Maybe your relationship wasn't going nowhere before this. Maybe you're sitting there falling back on things because you don't want to say. But I think now is the time that you should be able to express yourself and try to look at the other one point of view. Try to see how you can improve your life, how you can make things a little bit easier for each other. It's not always easy, but believe me, there's always a way out, always a way to make things a little better, a little brighter. Sometimes we don't tell each other how much we care, how much we love them, and sometimes it's the fact that we need to juggle work before our own self-reward to each other. Don't be afraid to express yourself. I know you're sitting there, you're probably looking at each other like if, well, I have to be here because I have no choice. But there's always a choice. There's a choice that you can talk and you can work things out. This is not a bad time. It's a good time in a lot of ways. Maybe not financially, but for the time for nature, a time to reflect, a time to make changes within your mind, in your heart, a time to look at people in a different way, maybe a different time to look at your partner in a different way. If you live in a loving relationship, then that's all good. You can build on it. But if your relationship isn't going exactly how you want it to go, then look, this is the time you can work it out. You know, there is always good that comes out of everything if you look for it. You know, people often forget the things that made them who they are. If you have in a bad time in your relationship, then maybe you can look back at the way how things were. When you first met, there was an attraction there. And that attraction, it didn't go away because the person has changed his hairstyle, put on a little bit of weight, maybe, trying to work a bit harder or whatever. The attraction is still there if you want it to be there. If you said to somebody, I love you, if you meant it, then that love is still there. So it doesn't matter what situation you're going through, you can find that love again. You could find that friend again, the friends that you were before you became lovers. Unless sometimes it may be the silly games that lovers play. Because when people are friends, they share a lot. When people are lovers, somehow the friendship disappears. And by putting other things before your love, you can only hurt yourself. If you have children are there for life. Even though they're grown up, they're still there. If they're young, they're still there. They need you. And you have to remember that our nature is to care. Our nature is to love. Our nature is to provide. Our nature is to make happiness. So we have to be happy. Doesn't matter what the world tricked at us, because we are part of the world, and the world will only give us as much as we can bear. So don't let this time get you down. Don't let it make you feel suicidal. Don't let it depress you. Don't let it give you anxiety. After everything every storm there will be a calm. For every reason there's a solution. Don't listen to all the deaths. It is not the way how we were meant. Death is only something, it's a word. If you love and if you care for someone and you've always treated them in the right way, that person, no matter who they are, will always remain with you, mind, body, and soul. If you believe in the universe and believe that there is a night and day, then you will understand that no one dies. If you look at yourself, the flesh is always weak, but your spirit is strong. And it's the spirit that lives on. So don't feel down. Don't feel out of it. You're not alone. You're never alone. The same grandmother, mother, father from years and years and years ago who have passed away, they're there to comfort you. The person who has passed on is still there because you are a part. You're linked through your spirits. The body will always let you down, but the spirit is forever. Just like the wind, the air that we breathe is always there for everyone. It doesn't cost nothing. And you see, when you have your ancestors, then you have the world. A lot of people seems to think that the way how some people over the world respect their ancestors, people may look at it and they may laugh and they may think, oh, how can any spirit help me? But without them, we wouldn't be who we are. They've always been there, looking after us, always been there to guide our paths. They paved the way for us, for our future. And that's the same thing you will do, each one of you, for your children. You are paving the way. And when you reach to your second life, you will still live on because of your children. But you've paved the way for your children. And if you look at this and look back, who paved the way for you? You cannot forget the past, because the past lined your future, and you're living now in the future. Death is a mist. Time is not a mist. Time is everlasting. we need to look deep within ourselves. Look at the things that matters to us, not just money. Money is just something you spend. Money is something, it's a necessity, but it is not important. It is not more precious than love for your family or for someone who you care about. In life now, people look at power and they think if I have all the power, life is going to be better for them. Well, look what's happened now. No one can escape, not even if you have power. You may have a dream to be a king, but once you have that crown, if you have nothing to rule, then what good are you? If you have money and you have nothing to spend it on, what good is it to you? Many of you may be sitting at home now and you have a brand new car parked outside. I know you will drive it sooner or later, but what about when you can't? See, nature is not an illusion. Nature is fixed within our DNA because we are a part of nature. And sometimes the things that mean the most to us, or should make the most to us, we take it for granted. And we use it in such a way, showing no appreciation, no humanity. And that's why when bad things happen, it helps us to regain some of the qualities that we should have and some of the qualities that we should respect. I always respect my mother and father. I always respect my brothers and sisters. And I don't just mean the ones who were born through my parents. All my brothers and sisters that I'm connected to. In this world, if you had to use cables to connect everyone, then people would see how much we're connected, because the world would be full of cables. But no, you see, we were given this gift, and the gift was that we have free will. And the free will that we have also make us disconnect from our true self. Because it's this free will that stops men from loving each other. Make everything into competition. Make men not respect woman, and make woman not respect men. Everything is a competition. They call it sexist if a woman doesn't get the same job as a man and get the same pay. But this is something that each and every one of us should ask ourselves. How long has the world gone on and on in time past that the men went out hunting and the ladies, they are the main frame and foundation of the house. A man should always take the danger and he should look after his queen. But see, nowadays, we've forgotten how we don't want to acknowledge the fact that being in love is a partnership. Being in love is about caring. It's about loving. If someone can work, they go to work, whether if it's man or woman. But at the same time, a woman had a child. The man helped to put it there. But that woman should be there to care and nurture the child, to make sure that its needs are fulfilled. 9 months she carried the child, and there's a bond that developed between the two of them. And when you break that bond too early, it doesn't do the child any good. So we look at the way how we evolve. We take things and we turn them into what is good and what is bad. But what really is good and what really is bad? If I were to look at the way how the world is right at this moment, everything would be bad. But I don't look at it. I look at, people have a free will. And if that free will take them to the other side of the world, then that is up to them. But when it comes to the other side of being a human being, then I would say as a human being, we are bad. Human beings are bad. We're not kind anymore. No one has any respect. No one has time for anyone. And all we do, we have more time for a TV screen. We have more time for the non-human things. And now we're in this lockdown. How much are we missing human contact? How much are we missing the birds? How much are we missing the seaside? How much are we missing the beautiful flowers and the trees? How they change their color. How they look so alive. And we are inside thinking about what if. What if? What if this COVID-19 never happened? Then maybe we would have to be dealing with Brexit. And maybe we could have been into a worse situation. So everything happened for a reason. I hope after this, everyone will reflect on exactly what happened. What happened to the cliff edge? What happened? We still have to go through this, even though we have just going through something. And still, you don't understand. We all need each other. We all need each other. Some people say, we're great. We don't need more. Some people say, I can survive. Some people say, I only need myself. All that could be true. But no one is an island. And no island stands alone. See, we have to look at things and we have to learn to be good to each other. Doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter about color. The main thing is we're all human beings. We all suffer together. We all feel pain together. But yet again, do we? If some people had their way, they would took all the pain and someone else. They would not bear any pain themselves. They wouldn't work a day for themselves. They would sit and wait and someone else to bring everything to them. You know, the reason why this virus has shown a lot of countries up is because the countries in this world who have tried to take advantage of other countries, now is the day of reckoning. Now is the day that we should see who are the real culprits of destroying lives. They use guns, they use bombs. They use human being as their tool. And now, each one of them, they will remember the wars, the life that were lost through their hands. But look, it shows you there is a creator who can take life when he wants, how he wants, and spare no one. So this is a wake-up call to each and every one of your leaders and to the priests, all of them who use their storybook to make up imaginable things to try to fool the people and trick them into false hope. Well, I'm giving you hope I'm telling you that nature will not make you suffer. Nature will find a way to fix everything because we are human beings and nature is human. Enjoy your day or your night, and please don't worry, everything's gonna be alright.